Greetings, everyone. My name is Dr. Veronica Hardy, and welcome to Vision, Intention, Strategy, your social work mentor with the new Social Worker magazine. Now, since the COVID-19 pandemic began, there has been an increased use of virtual methods to provide teleservices or even engage in the work environment. So whether you're a social work policy analyst, a social work educator, a clinical service provider, you may have noticed that your responsibilities using virtual video methods have increased in your workplace. You may have begun using methods such as Zoom, Webex, Bluejeans, and even other types of virtual video conferencing tools. And as a result, many employees may be experiencing what is referred to as virtual fatigue. You may have also seen this online as hashtag Zoom fatigue or hashtag Zoom Gloom. But all of these are referencing a type of occupational stress that leads to physical and emotional exhaustion after prolonged periods of engaging in video conferencing methods. So today I'm just here to talk about what we can do to decrease occurrences of virtual fatigue. Social work supervisors are in key positions to help address this with employees. For example, according to the NASW and ASWB best practice standards for social work supervision, it is identified that supervisors provide key roles in promoting the enhanced functioning of employees. As a result, integrating techniques that will help to address, confront, and decrease the outcomes of virtual fatigue. Now, here are a few tips that supervisors can implement within the workplace. Tip number 1 is to integrate legal and ethics-based trainings regarding providing teleservices or facilitating professional interactions in the workplace, such as conducting meetings through virtual video methods. Employees may feel a sense of discomfort when not knowing what the parameters are. For example, am I providing these services through virtual methods in an ethical way? Am I violating any type of legal standards? Am I facilitating meetings correctly regarding voting? Am I documenting? Am I aware of who is in the teleservice room? So in other words, employees would need answers to those questions to enhance their confidence about engaging in services or other work-related activities through video conferencing methods. Our NASW Code of Ethics Standard 1.07M identifies that we are to take reasonable steps to protect confidentiality using telemethods. As a result, these types of trainings can be very critical with the enhanced use of tele-related interactions within the workplace. NASW also published an article titled Telemental Health, Legal Considerations for Social Workers. And several key points from this article could be highlighted in legal and ethical trainings provided in the workplace. Key points such as malpractice insurance, HIPAA compliance, and privacy and confidentiality requirements. So overall, as a supervisor, consider if integrating a legal and ethical standards training within your work environment will help to enhance the confidence of your social work employees and decrease the sense of virtual fatigue. Tip number 2 is to be selective. Now, I remember at a time when I was receiving business coaching, one of the discussions my coach and I had were about being selective when choosing which type of social media I would pour most of my time or energy into. As a result, I decided to only focus on the social media methods, specific tools that would be in alignment with my goals. So instead of having multiple social media accounts, I use the social media accounts that matter specifically for me. So I thought, well, why not use this same idea in the workplace? In realizing that social workers may be flooded with participating in various teleconferencing activities, it may be great to be selective about which activities are delivered via teleconferencing methods. In other words, be discerning about what activities actually need screen time and what activities may not require screen time. For example, could a phone call replace a one-to-one Zoom meeting? Could departmental updates be distributed through email or newsletters rather than using Zoom-related meeting time to share that information? Overall, the intention is to be discerning, be selective about which type of work-related activities may require screen time and which other activities can be delivered through other means. The third and final tip is to recognize that time matters. Now, what do I mean by this? An article published by the National Institutes of Health titled "Working Through COVID-19, Zoom Gloom and Zoom Fatigue" identifies that meetings held via video conferencing are more taxing than traditional face-to-face meetings. The reasons behind that is that being on camera for long periods of time, staring into a screen, staring at various types of information, whether it's documents or even the images of your colleagues, may contribute to difficulty focusing, eye strain, or even various types of physical pain. Now, in what ways can we consider how time matters? Here are a few tips around that. Consider integrating break times during meetings so employees can move around, stretch, take a break from looking directly into the camera or the screen. Another tip is to identify whether having the camera on is required or if individuals can have their cameras off. And if having the camera on is required, allow breaks from the camera. So integrating those camera breaks within the meeting while the meeting is still taking place. Another tip is to integrate movement or other relaxation activities within the meeting to decrease the sense of physical exhaustion. Another key point to consider is that multiple Zoom-related meetings within the same day or within the same part of the day can be overwhelming and contribute to virtual fatigue. So consider ways to avoid compacting multiple teleconferencing meetings within the same day. Determine how they could possibly be integrated throughout the week at different points in time. As always, everyone, I hope these tips have been helpful. And until next time, take care.